How is it going, everybody? Welcome to ecodeLabs, and today in our tutorial we're going to learn the introduction to programming. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Okay, so one may ask, what's the difference between programming and coding? And I can say that programming is a step-by-step process of solving problems by creating series of instructions and programs. It involves much logics. While coding can be defined as a part of programming, which is mainly based on writing computer codes to perform a specific task. This when you deploy your styles, your skills, and your imaginative ideas, you want to bring out something or to create something to solve a problem. That's when you design something with your codes. You code something to do something for you. So basically, programming and coding is a process of telling the computer that you want to do this, but you're finding it lazy or you're finding it stressful, so you want the computer to do it for you. So you write some commands and tell the computer to do that thing for you. So those commands can be referred to statements as in programming terms. And in the video you can see that I coded some small websites to display the forms or the list of the topics I will be going through today. This from HTML, CSS, and no JavaScript. So there is no programming language, but there is only the style sheet and the structure. So this was coding. It didn't involve any much big logics. Okay, so with coding or programming, we have some functional programming. That is types of programming. We have the functional programming, the object-oriented programming, the word programming, document formatting, and logical programming. Okay, so the functional programming is when functions are created, like when you want to do something repeatedly. When you want to, you don't want to tell the computer that when it sees a blue color you should take it, then another time when it sees it you say take it, but you want to create something that whenever it sees it, it will automatically take that thing. So you create some functions to do that thing for you. And object-oriented programming also, you create some objects or models that you treat in your programs. And the web programming also, like developing websites, and the document formatting, creating your PDFs, and logical programming, that's also involving a lot. So there are a lot of programming language that can be used, and each programming language has a special thing that is useful. They have many programming languages. Python can be used for many things, but there are some things that it can basically be used for. We also have C++ that is used for making interfaces, and we have Java used for creating desktop softwares. There are a lot of programming languages, and in this video we are going to use Python. We're basically going to use Python for our tutorials. I think that's beginner friendly. So let's look at the low-level languages and the high-level languages. The high-level languages are the languages, example like the Python, the JavaScript. They are human readable. You can read it, you can edit it. But the low-level languages are the languages that the computer understands easily. And this computer language is called the binary language. They are writing in zeros and ones. They only have two digits, and 0 means off while 1 means on. But you can write thousands of codes and you wouldn't find where the mistake is when you always write them in zeros and ones. So that's why they made so many programming languages and made them human readable, so that when you make a mistake you can easily debug that program and see your program running softly. And we can look at this scenario when someone travels from his place to another country, and if you are over Ghana, not Oceana, I say it is saying, but it is saying no on TRC. I just say be one you be a manager and I say it is saying means how are you? Bitmaka say ebia como estás? Bitmaka say sava. Bitmaka say anyo etike genio. Nipa na ntia say copy so benyo obi a obetche na say. Sana computer na so feely when we speak different languages to it. But there are something called interpreters or compilers that help the computer to understand this code. They actually translate the human readable codes to the binary format so that the computer can use to execute the instruction that you want it to do. Throughout this course, we are going to use the programming language called Python. I think that's beginner friendly. So we have to install the Python on our device. And for me, I already have the Python on my device, so if I install it again, it's going to be a problem. But I'll show you how to do the installation. So you press the window key plus the R and type your CMD. Then the shell will open, or the command prompt will open. Then you type in your Python __ version. It showed an error, so I think it shouldn't be underscore. It should right up be this. Sorry. Okay, and you see that the Python version is Python version 3.11.1. So that's the version of Python that I'm having on my computer right now. So we can even write Python right now and we can execute it. So you type Python, then you press your enter. You see that the thing opens for Python commands. So that when you print the Python statement that prints 1.3, then it prints 1.3 for us. So that's how it works. But there are some Python IDs that you can use to code your Python, and we're going to install our Python from the python.org. So these are the list of the IDEs. We have the Python for beginners and the IDE Python documentation. We have best IDE for Python, Visual Studio, and that's your editors. We have Visual Studio Codes. We have many editors. We have Atom, and they are a lot. Sublime Text. But I think Visual Studio comes with a terminal that you can use for coding your Python and many things. But this, we are going to install our Python on our device, and we are just clicking through to the python.org so we can get our file downloaded to our PC. So this is the interface for their website, the python.org. And what we're going to do is we're going to navigate through to the download option so that we download the version or the Python, like where we want to install the Python, the compatible software that we'll be needing for our program. So we'll open the downloads and select Windows, so or any platform that you'll be using. So if it's Mac, you select your Mac. If it's Windows, you select your Windows. So we go to the Windows version, and you see the Python release for Windows. That's the latest one. We have the latest one. We have the stable release, and there are some that are not compatible with some versions of the Windows. So let's just go for the one that is lately released. So we have the Python 3, and it was released. The version is Python 3.11. So we click on that one, and we will see that it is downloading. So we just wait. Alright, so I think I already have the file, but you can download it. So we just go to the path or where you download your file to. Actually, some are installed to my computer or this PC. Then you move to your downloads. You find the downloaded document there. Then you open it. Then you navigate through to find the executor or the app installer. So you click on that one and you see it installing. And there will be a pop-up requesting for like you to customize the installation or just go by the general one, and make sure that this thing is selected. Then you print you click on your install, so you see the thing will be installing for you. Okay, so after the installation, you press your start menu button, go to the start menu, then you type your Python. So you see it there, you open and start giving some instructions. I mean, this is pretty cool. Okay, I also mentioned the Visual Studio. It's an editor which comes with a terminal. You can install Python extension that you can use for writing your Python codes within this terminal. And you can see I've opened a Python file, and this Python file is used for sending multiple WhatsApp messages to a particular person. I mean, this is when you want to destroy the person's account or hijack the person's WhatsApp account. So you send multiple messages, I mean, even within 1 second, so that the person's account may, freeze or do something that is not cool. So within the editor, you can open a new terminal, then type your py, that's Python, then it opens the shell for you automatically to code your Python program. You can also install more extensions that you want to use in this editor. When you go to the extension tab, you can input your extension type, then you search for it when you have an internet connection, and it's going to install it for you so that you can use it to write your codes. Okay, so right now we have Python installed on our system, and we'll be using Python for most of our courses and Programming is so cool that when you learn one programming language, you'll be able to learn the different programming languages. I mean, when you understand the concept of syntax and know the concept of algorithm, when you know your cases, your if statements, and some functions that you use in programming languages, you'll be able to code in many different programming languages, and that would be easy. But you have to master one so that you can use for most of your projects. But with this, you can like learn to know many other programming languages. So throughout these courses, I'll be showing you some JavaScript syntaxes. I'll be showing you how to code in JavaScript so you can benefit those who also join the web development group. Okay, so lest I forget, I think we're not all having the PC. Some of us will be using an Android, and we also are able to install the Android version of like Python, the interpreter, so that we can use the Python commands on our Android without even connecting to the internet. So there is this app called PyDroid 3. So we go to the Play Store or the App Store, then we search for the PyDroid 3. I think I already have it, so we're just showing an update, but you can install it, open, then you see like everything runs cool. You can type out your commands, then it will just print them for you. So with this, let's see, it showed up a mistake that I didn't run the correct syntax, so it threw up the mistake. So let's correct this mistake. You say it's corrected, then you say it's running, it printed what we wanted it to print. So this thing also works very cool, and it's called PyDroid. It comes with many things. You can save your file, you can do many things with this thing. You can do some settings to change the theme or the color. You can see the paste bin where you can paste your codes. You can see some examples. You can install new or more terminals, or you can install pipes, so you can like do more codes with your Python. And also there's this thing called Visual Studio, the Android version that those who will be doing the web development will be using. I think it's also cool when you want to use it on Android. Okay, so right now we have the Python installed on our platforms, and also those who will be using the MacBooks and the iOS should see me so I can get them a software that will help them use the Python. Cool. And I hope you all enjoy coding. I mean, programming is very fun. It helps you to think, it helps you to bring out your creative ideas, it helps you to like be creative, it helps you to solve problems. Like it makes you genius. So I hope you all enjoy this tutorial and keep sticking to the bus while we journey through the course. Thank you.